So I got my buddy Derek Kane Long, the Kane's Warrior Kids, on the phone. How you doing, Derek?
Hey, good man. It's been a good start to the week. It's an off race weekend for us, so we're going to relax and get the car ready for the next one.
Well, that's great. So look, I hate I missed it, but I heard that Colton, and seen on Facebook, Colton won his first race, and the Kane's Warrior Kids, the Millennium Falcon was running.
Yeah, we have a Star Wars paint theme or scheme on it for the kids with our Kane's Warrior Kids, nonprofit for kids with cancer. And yeah, Colton was amazing. He picked a 38 at the gate, so we're like starting in the heat race in sixth place, thinking, okay, well, here we go. But he just dominated, went through the heat race. So that was his second win of the year. He won a heat race earlier this year, but obviously we want to capture that first feature. And Colton has told me the whole year, all I want to do is get into Tech Shed. He wants to get a top three. We have been fourth a lot this year, okay? But he did it. Henry Bailey and him had a great battle on the track, and Henry had some electrical issues that caused him to go up the track. And after that, no looking back, Colton did a great job, and I videotaped it live on Facebook, and I'm screaming like a banshee, just so excited. It's like my own son driving the car. So I had to take myself out of the car this year because of an injury and a surgery that I had to have. So, Colton stepped in and has done great. The past 4 years, we've been second in points. We're currently second, 16 points behind Cody Wood. Cody had just an awful race. And we wish him the best, and hopefully his car will be – I know his car will be ready for the next race in a couple of weeks, but he had a pretty awful wreck, and I'm glad he was okay.
Yeah, I heard that was pretty bad. Thank the Lord he was okay, because God was riding with him.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. You always say that little prayer right before you crank the car. You get the little sticker a lot of those guys do, and we do too. Has that little racer's prayer in there, and it makes a difference.
That's great. And I'm sure with you screaming, you was like Chewbacca giving your primal Chewbacca scream up there.
Yeah. I'm just so proud of him. He's been wanting to get his little son a trophy, and he did. So it's just a lot of things. It's awesome to be able to give somebody the chance to go out there and not just win a race, but win a championship. And it's awesome for us to get Colton in there and have that position. And he's taken the wheel and done just amazing things this year. So, like I said, we're really proud of him. I know the team partners are really excited to have him in the car this year, and it's been really great.
Because, that he made history. That was his first win ever. And I've never seen him win, and I've been watching him for years. And I was so tickled to death to find out that he won the race, especially one in your car.
He swept it. He swept the night, by golly. I mean, that's awesome.
That's pretty cool. That's winning the race backwards blindfolded moments.
Yeah, it really is. And the car's in great shape thanks to Morton Motorsports. Jamie's kept us on track all this year and has done all the work to get us where we need to be. I'm just the money guy now. I'm just the owner. I just pay for it all.
And I'm sure next year you'll be back in it, won't you?
We'll see. There's some things I still have to do to get 100%, but I'm doing them, and I'm working real hard to try to get into the car for next year for sure.
Well, y'all be sure. So since we put God first in the show, I know Derek does too. Y'all be sure and say a prayer for Derek that
right
he
now.
gets better.
It's funny you say that, because I'm actually at church right now. I was behind the drums. The band is playing right now for our Celebrate Recovery. I'm a leader and also play drums on Friday and Sundays at Coastal Church in Bay Minette. So I had to get off stage to come do the interview. So they're singing without me. I'm all about God. There's some good things happening on this side of the phone.
That's awesome. So look, if you're in Bay Minette, go to Coastal Church Bay Minette. I've never been, but I've seen Derek play from the videos. He's very good. Like he reminds me of Robert Sweet from Striper. He can just play and makes it look effortless.
Hey, I'll take that. That's a compliment, brother. I'll take that for sure.
Because look, I saw Striper a few weeks ago in concert, and just to see him play them drums, you just kind of remind me of him. You just look so easy to you, like you've done it your whole life,
I started when I'm 5, and I'm 51 now, and I've been playing drums ever since. So I know a couple licks.
Shoot. So like you could you could flip your drumsticks and catch them and still play like nothing to it.
Oh yeah, and not miss the beat. Oh yeah, that's part of the trick. Yeah.
That's awesome. So another one comes to mind too when you speak of drums like that. It's Philip Duncan of the Newsboys. You ever seen him play?
Oh yeah. I like it when they spin him. You know, he's upside down and all that stuff. I've not done that yet, but I'd be willing to try.
Look, I remember. I'm telling my age. I remember the Love Liberty Disco Tour for the Newsboys. It was 1999, and this is back when Peter Furler was still the lead singer before he left to do solo. And then they had, because I've seen the Newsboys 10 times in concert. That's how big of a fan I am. And then they had, of course, Phil Joel was still with them. And there was one of the songs, I don't remember which one, but Peter got on the drums, a big set of drums, and then Philip was playing the drums at the same time. And they both started.
I think I remember that during the tour. I can't remember that song either because I saw that tour. I do remember that, though.
That was cool. And I tell you what, if you ever get a chance, maybe one day you can say, Philip Duncan, hey, can I play drums with you and just see what he says?
Yeah, I'll send it out that way.
So I really like that you put God first, especially in the racing, because I think it helps you a lot in your racing.
Oh, yeah. You know, we always say a little prayer beforehand, and like I said, God is always first. Racing, family, all in that mix, and then, of course, doing what we do at the church. I'm a big member. Like I said, we have a big Celebrate Recovery here for people who are just hurting, whether it's stress, anxiety, alcohol, sex, whatever, drugs. It's any kind of addiction that you've had and you just want to let go of, be released of. You know, you just let go, and this is the place to do it. When we started this a year ago, we had 4 people, and we're up to 60. So that's on a regular basis. So we're really, we're touching a lot of souls and bringing people to God and healing people, and so that's really special to us.
That is awesome because I love hearing success stories like that. Like last night, for instance, I was at my church and I helped with we do a thing every year called Saw You at the Pole, and as you know, all the high schools do the See You at the Pole rally where they pray in front of the flagpole. Well, I forgot who started it at my church many, many moons ago, but they started the thing that why don't we do a concert that night and have a guest speaker, and then we, preach, and then we feed the youth in the area. So we did it again this year, and last night we had a total between youth and adults. We had 340 people, which was amazing.
That's so strong.
That's awesome. That's a lot. And it was almost a standing room only. Oh, a lot of food. Look, we had 72 boxes of pizzas, and so we had a band I've never heard of before, but it's a guy named Isaac Pittman. He's a kind of a middle-aged black guy, and his band is awesome. They do Christian worship music and then do other Christian music. He played. He did awesome, and then we had the traveling evangelist Shannon Knight preached, and Shannon and I become good friends. And Shannon's a member of 2 gospel groups, and then he does the traveling, and then he's a full-time preacher also. And the success story, like out of all these youth and people, when Shannon, he got up there and he preached one of them old school Fire on the Mountain sermons, and when he got done, it was almost to the point where people was just about running to the front of the altar to give their life to Jesus. And I bet you it was all kind of youth and adults went forward and got saved last night. And that touched me.
There's a movement. There's a good movement going on right now. There's a bad enough movement in the country and the world now that, believe it or not, there's still a good movement going on, and it's getting bigger. And that's the people like you and I behind it, and it's awesome.
Amen, exactly. And I think that's awesome what you do with Celebrate Recovery and playing the drums at your church, because that's a really big deal. Because a lot of people need to hear about this awesome stuff. They need to hear about the good news of Jesus, because without God, we got nothing, and we don't want people to go to hell, basically.
It's a good way to look at it. But, hey, I appreciate you having me on tonight. I would like to say a special thank you to our team sponsors. They've been with us for a while, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, that's great. Frank Griffith of BA Motorsports has been with us for 10 to 12 years probably. He's one of our main ones. Mike Riccardi over at Spring Hill Toyota. That's in Mobile. And a new one this year, Greg and Anissa Ridenauer from Roadkill Cafe in Alberta, Alabama. Man, you want some good home cooking, that's the place to go. Also,
Ooh.
national-wide, you like that good stuff. The National Pull Apart, also Morton Motorsports, thanks to Jamie, United Plumbing Service, Cart Doctor, Coastal Traffic, and, of course, Kane's Warrior Kids. We put them on there as we've got some special events coming up Halloween at the USA Women's and Children's Hospital. We'll be there. And then also we're starting our toy drive for the USA Women's and Children's Hospital for Christmas, too.
Man, I tell you what, I love Kane's Warrior Kids. Y'all donate to help these kids because it's kids with pediatric cancer, right?
Yes, and we actually help other people. We've been asked to help other kids, but our main focus is kids with cancer. Yeah.
Well, that's a great thing. So if y'all can donate, go to Kane's Warrior Kids on Facebook, and you have a website they can donate to?
Yeah, it's easy. CanesWarriorKids.com. It's Kanes, so CanesWarriorKids.com. Love to see you.
That's great. Well, y'all be sure and help Derek out, support his organization, and go to Celebrate Recovery. So thank you for calling in. I appreciate it, because Derek and I go several years back, so he's a good friend. So I appreciate you calling in.